Welcome back. The Sioux City Relays came to a close today as we had hundreds of athletes compete over at Elwood Olson Stadium. So let's check in on some of the action. We'll pick up with some of the running events in the afternoon session. In the boys Class C races 4x2, it's Lawton Bronson out to an early lead, but Westwood comes on strong in that anchor leg, and they take first with a time of 1 minute and 32.01 seconds. And in the Class A races, Sioux City East holding a lead through the first few legs, but as we come down the final stretch, Spencer is making a strong push, but it would be the Black Raiders taking the win with a time of 1:29.83. Now to the boys 1600, we have over 25 racers on the track for this one, but it would be Sioux City North's Natnael Keifel who picks up the pace, and he would take first with a time of 4:22.37. And in the girls 1500, it's 31 young ladies looking to get to the podium, and it would be Jordan Arns leading the pack from the Crofton Warriors. She takes first with a time of 4:53. She falls. It's a tough race. She does get back up. And now we see a familiar face here in Siouxland, Gabe Nash, the North grad, who is redshirting for the Nebraska Huskers in his freshman year of college. He takes to the track here at Elwood Olson, and he takes first place with a time of 4:03.29.